I love a good success story just as much as the next person. I am more of an information-based channel. I do prefer to post content that helps you gain your own success story, but I do enjoy providing inspiration and motivation through success stories that I have received, my own stories that have received success, and sometimes other people's successes that I've heard along the way. Because while it is good for you to learn, it is also good for you to know that there is light at the end of the tunnel. And success stories are a great way to do that. So today, because you seem to enjoy it the last few times I did it, I want to share some more of the Instagram highlight reels I have where I've received success story emails. And basically, if I remember the situation, tell you what we did together. If not, leave it at this is what happened, this is what they got, and hopefully you can use that as motivation. But before we do get into that, if you could drop a like on this comment, just on this video, just to let me know you want more of this kind of content. It really helps the algorithm and it helps me know whether to continue certain projects or sort of series or anything like that. Or of course, comment if you want more. I have got a few big success stories with all the background information and so on in the works. Just haven't got round to collating the info and recording it. But if you would like that as well, let me know. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and be sure to click that bell icon. And of course, if you need any help from me, whether that's one-to-one services, self-study worksheets, memberships where you can hear about Katie when she was being manifested by me, the full Manifest Your Ex Back mini course, free products, free discounts, tons of other exclusive content and more, that's available. Or if you would like the full Manifest Your Specific Person course, that is also on my website. So once you've watched this video, by all means go check it out. But without further ado, I'm glad we're starting on this one because it's actually a skeptic who was proven wrong. So it's a great way to start this video. But here the email goes as such. I'm reading them directly from the highlight reel. If you would like to read through them yourself, just head over to my Instagram, which is linked down below, and you'll see them there. So it starts off, I'm kind of ashamed to admit this, but I've bought the manifesting help package to kind of prove to myself it was fake, but I am welcomely surprised to say that it actually worked. Whoa. My manager offered me a pay rise just like he scripted. He offered me an extra £3,000 a year. I am beyond happy and grateful for your help. You're welcome to use this success story to help others who might be skeptical. Regards, mostly blurred out name. So I like this one. And the reason why I like this one, not just because a £3,000 pay rise is a tasty increase. I'm glad that someone was proven wrong. Not just with my service, but also with this concept, with the law. Because there's so many people that come into this, like dip their toe in it. Some people really want to fully believe it, but just can't. Some people have put work in, but don't get results. And there is a lot of skepticism, which of course, like why wouldn't there be? You control shit with your mind. That sounds like something out of an X-Men comic book. So when I see people actively being proven wrong with their skepticism, it does make me happy because it shows it's another person converted to the law, another person that can now use this great concept, process, whatever you would want to call it, to create some great things. And believe it or not, and you may have noticed if you've gone through enough of my videos, I have a lot of fun with negative comments. I find them hilarious. Why would it concern me if one person out of the 19,000 that are subscribed to me didn't agree with me or wanted to say something mean? Doesn't concern me at all, and I love responding to those comments with either something really sarcastic, something really ridiculous, or just plain logic that completely shuts them up. It's great. I love it. I love the skepticism because it either gives me an opportunity to convert someone to be able to create a better life, or I get to have a good old giggle. But anyway, let's move on to the next one. This one doesn't actually say what it is. I'll read the email anyway, but it doesn't say what exactly is the background. It kind of does. I've been getting positive movement. He's texted me a lot. We were always in contact, but the communication was dry and far between. He's been initiating all contacts and catching up with me, even telling me about a puppy. Last week he said he wasn't doing anything with me for Mother's Day. Now he's mentioning a puppy. I'm living in the end and will share our full manifestations soon. I don't know why I said I didn't really have anything. It's because at the top there's a little, it doesn't say it here, but this is another movement success from a scripting client. So I gave that little note to myself, I suppose, and confused myself. But this is great. Going from we're doing nothing on Mother's Day to talking about getting a puppy and such things like that. The communication increased. He's been initiating all contact and catching up. Lovely. Can't complain, really. And I keep these things anonymous, so I can't remember who this is based off of just this email alone, but hopefully everything went accordingly. I just want to thank you again. This is the next one. I just want to thank you again for these scripts. I was writing alongside with you, and he broke no contact today. We haven't spoken since September 2023. So excited. Can I see when I posted this? 16th of May 2024 was when I posted this on my highlights. So when did they say? September, about 9-ish months, give or take. Yeah, 9 to 10 months, give or take. Or 8. Anywhere between 8 and 10. I don't want to spend time doing the math. Anywhere between 8 to 10 months of no contact, broken through me helping them and them, of course, scripting, which is great. It just proves that, time isn't a concern. I know that sounds like a lot of time, and linearly, I would agree, but it still worked. So if you're struggling with time, don't sweat it. You can still do it. Hi Matt, I just wanted to send an email to let you know that I have a date with SP on Sunday. Thank you so much for all your help back in January. It's been a long journey and it's been so worth it every step of the way. Adding to that, I feel like a much different, better and stronger man from it. I've also been speaking to a therapist for my anxiety and unhealed trauma from past relationships, which has really helped. Thank you so much once again. I am beyond grateful for your support. Again, if this was you, please let me know how your date went. I know it's been a very long time since this one posted, but hopefully you guys are still together and kicking well now. But this is really great to hear, having that date with a specific person, feeling better, stronger, different within themselves. Because while I could just sit here and say, just affirm bro, and follow the majority of manifestation content, I'm all about you making the best of yourself today and using manifestation to ensure that tomorrow has what you want. So when someone says that they're different, they're better, they're feeling awesome, I succeeded. Next one. And this one's a good one. I like this one because this one is actually about one of my worksheets, not even personal help. I wanted to update you just now. I've completed the program to find your core belief worksheet, but I did it for all the past situations/scenarios on what brought me to the wiring, fears, and feelings I currently have. Due to the worksheet not having enough space to write it all there, I have written it all down on separate sheets of paper following the questions. I wasn't aware of the deep-rooted subconscious things I tried to mask off because of it being too painful for me to think about and face. I did end up crying a lot, but I feel like a load has been lifted off my shoulders. I've never been to therapy, but doing this felt like a therapy session. Great to hear. Not so much a success story, but definitely really good to hear that they've really unearthed. We'll call that a 0.5 success story because not success in the traditional sense, but being able to really unearth what's actually getting in the way is exceptionally good for them going forward. So I'm really happy to hear that. Another one. I already have a great feedback for you. Yesterday, SP texted me that he wants to invest in our relationship and is absolutely in love with me. He also did apologize for his behavior. My booking inquiries rise day by day and I just got 4 new clients. Thank you so much for your assistance and for keeping me in your thoughts. You're the best. Lots of love. So this person obviously was manifesting a specific person as well as business improvements, getting more clients. And it seems like the SP wants to invest in the relationship, which is great. And their clients and inquiries are rising day by day, which if you have your own business, you'll know is a great feeling. It's a really comforting feeling. This one is quite a long one and the writing is very short, so bear with me while I read it like an old lady. One of his direct quotes Saturday was, F, I have a desire to be with you and I think about everything often. You've been less than an amazing person in my eyes, and I didn't treat you the way you deserved. I want so much more than to keep rooting for you on the sidelines. So much more is everything, another day together because I want you, another chance because I miss you, and a life with you because I love you. I keep coming back to us because all the things we have trump any reasons I've assumed that means I have to leave. He told me he went on a 7-day cruise with 3P and he was thinking of me the entire time and that he was sorry it wasn't me. I was affirming that he was going to wish it were me on the vacation because I'm irreplaceable and our adventures together were always the best. He said he is only with her because he feels stuck in the mess he created and guilty about shattering her heart, but he knows the right thing to do is to muster up the courage to tell her it's over. Of course, I have a little bit of a sorry feeling for the third party, but that aside, this is an exceptional success story because, just what that person, the specific person said alone sounds like something straight out of a love film, which, not my thing, but I can imagine receiving that must have felt real nice. And I really like, and we're going to use this as a bit of an example for a moment, I really like that he did go on the cruise with the third party and it proved he wanted our client, our success person here, because the amount of times, and I get it, I completely get it, but the amount of times people complain, oh, everything seems to be going well with the third party because they're doing this, that, and the third. On the surface, it may look bad, but underneath, your person could be sitting there thinking, wow, I really wish it was you. And this right here is a success story that shows that that kind of thing can happen. So next time, maybe don't jump to conclusions that everything in between them is going amazing, because your person could come back saying that he has or she has a desire to be with you and thinks about everything often and all the rest that this person said, which is lovely. This one's just a short and sweet one. Person and I are officially back together. Yay! I like it. I love it. All right. I think I might make this one the last one because it's at 12 minutes currently, this video length, or at least the recording length. Around a month after purchasing your Manifest For You option, my SP reached out to me and yesterday we had dinner together and I even stayed the night at hers and we had a wonderful time. Thank you so much for this. It went from complete silence to us being with each other, though not officially back yet. Yet being the key word. Just because it's not happened yet doesn't mean it never will. Stay focused. But this is really good. Just after a month of purchasing the service, they had dinner together, he stayed at her house, they had a wonderful time, all working great. Actually, you know what? I'm going to tell this one as well because just from the punctuation, it looks exciting. Hopefully it is. Matt, when I tell you that I felt like some energetic force came over me, I felt extremely carefree to the point I felt like I could have anything. My gut told me to unblock SP and write to him. I had no doubts, no worries, nothing. I did not think twice about it. Guess what? Me and my SP met up on Sunday the next day. We went out to drink and it was like nothing ever happened. I'm blown away by how fast it happened. Hours before meeting SP, I was a bit nervous and wavered a little bit because I didn't know what to expect and had feelings that SP may reject, but everything went smooth. Everything flowed and it was so natural. The day did feel a bit magical in a sense because I was happy, but more in shock. This was my first SP manifestation, something I thought wasn't possible for me to do, but Matt, your coaching helped strengthen my faith. Thank you so much. You're doing God's work. Tell Katie I said thank you as well. So that one's lovely. I really liked that one. It was quite an exciting one. It shows that things can happen quick. It shows that things can turn around. And more importantly, as I always try to stress, it shows that you do not need to be perfect. Yes, do the best you can, of course, because why wouldn't you? But you do not need to be perfect. You can waver a little. You can have doubts. You can have moments of this is too good to be true, as long as you stay on top of that and do the best you can to stay true to your end result. Now, I love that success story to end on, so I will end on that one. I really hope you have enjoyed this video. Like I say, I know some of you do enjoy the more, this is what we did together, this is how it went, this is what they struggled with, and so on success stories, which are in the works. But I do also enjoy these ones because I can quick fire off success stories to use as little machine gun firing of inspiration. See the the big ones where I tell all the background, like a sniper, gotta hit that shot, it's gotta be good. But these ones, even if one or two of them don't really interest you, some of them will. Kind of like a little machine gun just firing off a bunch of pellets. Well, it's not pellets, but you know what I mean. But thank you very much for being here. If you would like success just the same as these people did, whether it's university spots, pay rises, manifesting your person back, whatever, go head down to the comment section or the description, because there you'll find the links to my website where you can find the services that I offer to help you just the same as I help them. I point downwards because that's where I put my phone. But thank you so much for being here. Drop me a like and a comment if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and be sure to click that bell icon. And ladies and gentlemen, I better see you in the next one. I'm waiting. Bye-bye.